Well, because basically I didn't have like a camera team or anything. I literally had my girlfriend at the time, well, it was my wife now, but she'd be like, she didn't know how to use a camera. She'd be hiding behind a building, filming me approaching these girls down.
Wait, so your girl was filming you approaching girls?
Yeah, man. She's been...
That's a real one.
Yeah. And that was only after like maybe 6 months of dating or something. Yeah, no, she saw the vision.
Damn, that's... Not many girls would do that, for real. My girl would be too jealous. All right, guys, first time filming in Austin. Had to hit up my guy here, How to Beast, David De Las Morenas. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, man. Welcome to Austin.
Yeah,
glad we made it happen.
When I planned this trip, you were first on my list.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you be running things out here. You've been here back and forth for a while now, right?
Yeah, almost 5-6 years in Texas. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Okay.
It's your first time ever in Austin right now?
Pretty much. I don't count like childhood trips because that's,
yeah.
You know, it's not business.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But dude, I like it so far.
Yeah, and it's a cool city. It's obviously hot now in July. You know the heat though in Vegas.
Yeah,
so.
I'm used to it. But no, the entrepreneur scene is strong out here.
Yeah, I think especially since like the lockdown, a lot of people came here.
Yeah, so they weren't strict on the mask stuff when that was going on?
I think it was like the first... How was it in Vegas? Because here was like maybe the first month when everyone wasn't really sure what was going to happen.
Vegas was actually bad, dude. Casinos were dead. You had to wear a mask everywhere. I was surprised. Yeah. But Vegas is actually left, which I heard Austin is very left. Is that true?
I hear everyone say Austin's very left, but based on the people I know here, maybe I just don't meet those people because I don't naturally rub shoulders with them. But I haven't experienced it personally. And during quarantine, it was like the first month when everyone was scared. There was lockdown. Then after that, the masks and everything lifted. But I think that was all in Texas.
Yeah, same in Vegas. I've never met a Democrat, and I've been there 4 years, and everyone says it's left.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the circles we run in.
I didn't know Vegas was considered. I knew Austin was, but
yeah. But I noticed a lot of like entrepreneurs are pretty right these days.
Yeah, I think I think obviously like monetary policy and taxes, if you're into entrepreneurship, you buy into more of an idea that like we make money for like value we provide, and like and then you get, also the political side of things as well. I think the more educated I've been politically, the less I would just trust the government to spend my money in like a way that I feel is meaningful, you know? So I think a lot of entrepreneurs probably feel that way also. Like, I think I can better invest my money than the government would invest.
Agreed. I grew up heavy left in Jersey, dude.
Well, I grew up in Boston, heavy left also.
Wow. So what was that moment? What was it, like a video you watched or like a defining moment?
Well, I do feel a part of it is that like the political window has just changed a bit, you know? Because some political, the financial, the tax things, I do think like as you start to make money for yourself, you start to question taxes a bit more. But I think also the window's changed in the sense that when I was growing up, being kind of suspicious about the government and less trusting of the government and like against the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, let's say, that was left at the time. And I feel like if anything, censors, free speech seemed to be more important to the left. And I gravitated to those things. But today it seems like being more free speech is on the right now, and being more like interventionist, anti-foreign wars is also more on the right now. So I don't know if it's that I've changed that much. To me, I feel like the political spectrum is flipped in a lot of ways.
I agree, dude. As a content creator, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I got my second strike today.
For what?
On YouTube for medical misinformation.
I mean, well, can I ask you what it is? But you probably don't even want to repeat it now.
Well, it was a video, dude. I don't even know what we talked about, but it was a doctor, and I guess he might have mentioned the vaccine or something, but I'm not sure.
Well, I remember especially during the lockdown, I didn't even want to mention the word lockdown or quarantine. Everyone made up these like weird slang words to talk about everything because the little like the information dot would come up under the video, and then those videos always would get like less reach and less views.
Crazy.
So they incentivize you just to stay away from it, kind of.
Yeah, I thought they were done with it though. So yeah, I got it this morning. So I'm on Rumble now, and we're getting good views there, but it's scary, dude.
Do you get as many views on Rumble as YouTube?
We get 3 times the views on Rumble.
More on Rumble.
Yeah. And I have 1 million on YouTube. But the thing is, they shadow ban so much stuff. I've spent a lot on YouTube ads. But Rumble's just fire. 50 to 100K a video.
Really?
Every video, yeah.
Okay. I see. I haven't gone to Rumble.
You would crush it because you're all about the free speech stuff. And all the right-wing guys are killing it on there.
Damn, okay. Yeah. It's the only, I like Fresh and Fit. I know those guys. I know they've been doing the Rumble thing for a while. And other than them, though, I don't know anyone. I guess now you, but I don't know anyone else personally who's really pushing Rumble.
Man, Myron is ruthless, dude. I was on his Twitter on the flight here. Yeah, because of the whole drama. Did you see with that guy Sketch?
I didn't. I'm not fully informed, but
okay. So yeah, he's going at him, dude. That guy's ruthless.
Myron's going at Sketch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I guess Sketch is pretending to be the R word, like mentally challenged.
Okay. And Brian Myron's just like, no.
Yeah, he doesn't think that's a good influence on
he's
guys.
Like, he's like, stop using that as like a cop out type of thing. Yeah.
But he's not afraid to speak out on anyone, which I respect.
Yeah. Myron is he's well spoken, very strongly spoken, and he knows how to. He kind of does the Tate thing a little bit, I think, where like he has a sound argument, but he starts with an inflammatory statement to hook you in, and then if you like talk with him for a while, you're like, oh, that's what you're saying. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's quite the formula. Do you feel like you hold back a little bit?
I don't think I hold back. Maybe I don't intentionally say very inflammatory things. Maybe though.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I would say I would agree with them on something, but I would say it maybe. Not that they don't say it directly. You could argue they say it more directly, but I think I'd say it just like without trying to put a skew on it to trigger a bunch of people while I'm saying it.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, that's not my main intention with my statements too.
Yeah, but I think it's a strategy for guys like Myron and Tate, and I think that they've mastered it.
I mean, Tate executed it flawlessly.
Yeah.
He just went on a podcast, the guy's first podcast on YouTube. It got like 1 million views. He had no subscribers. Yeah. There's no one else that could do that with no subscribers.
It's wild though, because he was making videos for so long. Because I've known who he was. He's been making videos for so long with like a small audience for like since the beginning of the manosphere days.
So you knew him before he blew up? I
don't know him personally. I know a lot of friends. We have a lot of friends in common, but I've knew of him. I've seen him uploading content for a while.
Yeah, because you're tight with Jay Waller, right?
Yeah.
Were you tight with him while he was kind of coming up with Tate?
No, he reached out to me after Tate had blown up, because he was visiting Marbella in Spain when we were there, and that's when we linked up. And then me and him have stayed in touch since.
He's a solid dude, man.
Yeah, he's because I'm so used to meeting people who've been doing the content creation as a main thing for some years, and he is because he comes from this like construction background, that being his main thing, and now he's dipping his toes into maybe more than dipping his toes at this point. He's been doing the content for a while now.
Yeah,
but it's kind of a breath of fresh air, because he's not I don't know, he comes from a different world, you know what I mean? Like, you don't meet many like construction business people who like now they're doing content.
No, I know what you mean, because it's easy to form an opinion of someone based off the clips you see.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to be aware of as a podcast host, because when I had Grant Cardone on, there's a lot of negative about that guy online.
Yeah, see, I don't know him, never spoken to him. I probably even am a victim of that, to the point I would say that I have not a very negative opinion of him, but like probably neutral to slightly negative, just based on like what I've heard people say.
Exactly.
But I've never spoken with him, so I'm not like, no, I don't like him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be aware that that's probably been influenced.
100%. And that's the thing with Tate, right? Everyone talked about him, but as soon as people met him in person, not one person spoke negatively about him.
Yeah.
So
it's like Trump as well. It seems like that. I don't know. I mean, not that I'll ever meet Trump, I don't think, but
you're right there, man.
Yeah.
I just met Trump Jr. and I'm going to Mar-a-Lago next month actually to film with some of his team.
With Trump Jr.?
Not with him, but with his director of communications. He runs his Instagram and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, you got Mark Cuban coming up too, you said?
Yeah. No, we're right there. The cool thing about what we do is like we're 1 or 2 degrees away from anyone we want.
That's true.
In the US and other countries too.
It's wild.
It's wild, right? When you think about it.
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, Bezos, we're like 1 or 2 degrees away from those guys.
Those are in the pipeline.
I haven't talked to anyone.
Well, I guess like you're putting in the groundwork.
Yeah.
To create the opportunity, yeah.
When I made the show, I made a dream list. I'm big on like, people talk about manifestation. You got to take action too, but I'm big on that. You know?
Who's the top 3 on your dream list? Right?
I think it was Dana White, just because I'm in Vegas. He's like the go to Vegas. Elon Musk and Bezos.
Those it's a solid 3.
Yeah. And Trump.
Yeah.
But dude, it's been cool seeing your come up. How long you been doing content?
I started uploading consistently on YouTube, like in a disciplined manner in 2017. Like I say, in 2017, January, I was broke at the time, dropped like 1,000 on a camera, Sony RX100 Mark V. And I'm going to do 2 videos per week and start taking this more professionally. And that's like, I mean, that year we went from nothing to 100K, and like it went from there. Before that, I had dabbled, I'd like published some blog posts, tried doing a couple of podcast episodes, uploaded a couple of YouTube videos, but that was the year that I kind of locked in. So since 2017, what's that, 7, going on 8 years, I guess.
So 100K subs in the first year, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty unheard of.
It was 2 videos a week has been my commitment since then. I haven't missed it, just because that's kind of been like the core habit that's led to the rest of everything.
Yeah.
I had a few videos, because at the time I was doing, different types of videos, but I was living in Boston. and I'd go and I'd approach girls on the street because that was very much a big part. Like right now with self-improvement, like the focus has changed, but at that time it was like cold approach, pick up.
That
like,
was hot at the time.
Yeah, that was hot. And I wasn't like, I mean, go watch the old videos, but I was not smooth. But I was showing it all. I think a lot of guys were cherry picking their approaches. I was showing like the awkward ones, the weird ones, the good ones. And I started noticing like, man, each of these videos is like bringing in new subscribers. So I just doubled down. I hated filming them. But well, because basically I didn't have like a camera team or anything. I literally had my girlfriend at the time, well, it was my wife now, but she'd be like, she didn't know how to use a camera. She'd be hiding behind a building, filming me approaching these girls down.
Wait, so your girl was filming you approaching girls?
Yeah, man. She's been
that's a real one.
Yeah. And that was only after like maybe 6 months of dating or something. Yeah, no, she saw the vision.
Damn, that's not many girls would do that for real. My girl would be too jealous.
Yeah, well, I think she saw that it was all just to get the content for YouTube. You know, I don't think she saw it from.
So your goal was just to get their number, right? That was like a hot thing at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like chat with them for 1 to 2, 3 minutes, get the phone number. Yeah. And then those videos did well. So I doubled down on those. And yeah, it was very slow from January to August, the first 8 months. But then from August to December, it was just like,
wow. I remember those videos. I used to watch those because I had massive confidence issues as a kid, dude.
Same.
That probably helped you a ton, right? With your confidence.
Doing those approach. Yeah. Because it's like it's like exposure therapy, right? You're just like forcing yourself to do the thing you're afraid of over and over and over. And then I think that was like my gateway drug into self-improvement kind of, you know?
Yeah. Now it helped you with business because confidence and business go hand in hand.
Yeah. Putting yourself out there, being okay to make a bad investment the same way to like talk to a girl that doesn't work out. Like it's all kind of like the same. It's like risk. I guess it's just building like a risk tolerance. Kind of. Yeah.
Not a lot of people make it that long on YouTube, I noticed.
Man. Yeah. No, I have, in my sphere, guys who do like self-improvement content for men, I could name them on probably in less than one hand, the guys who've been consistently uploading for that long.
Yeah, I can't even. Maybe Andrew Hales, but he kind of stopped uploading. I remember he was one of those first guys doing those dating things or whatever.
Yeah, you have like Alpha M, you know, Aaron Marino.
Okay.
Teacher Men's Fashion, Jose Zuniga. They've both been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
But there's very few. YouTube's a hard game. I mean, you know. I feel like it's easier at the beginning too because like your content feels fresh by definition. People are discovering you. They're excited to see what you do. I feel like it gets, obviously, the hardest part is probably getting some initial momentum. But after you have the momentum, I feel like it's just each year is just infinitely harder to keep creating content that's like meaningful and keeps people engaged.
100%. Without collaborations, I'd be screwed, dude. If it was just me filming videos, I'd run out of ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do run out of ideas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for collabs, you know, you're going to share this with your audience. That's how I've been able to grow so quick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you did it on your own, that's crazy, dude.
Well, yeah.
Well, with your girl too, but.
Well, she helped with those videos. Yeah.
What's hot for you right now? What kind of videos?
It's funny. Yeah, so we're talking about how like self-improvement goes in these waves. And then like you had Tate, and during the Tate era, these more, and I'm not saying this is representative of his message, but these more videos that were a little bit more like antagonistic towards women, I would say last year were really hot. Like red flags and women, you know, avoid girls who do this. These girls are for the streets. These girls aren't wifey material. Like, what's their body count? You know, that was really on trend. And then I think after Tate was arrested and went to prison and then came back and had a slightly more soft message, I think it changed after that. And now to me, what seems to be trending is more of these like, I don't know what I describe them as. So it's not like women. That's what it maybe was a year or two ago. That was kind of on trend. Yeah, like red pill. But now I feel like it's like don't worry about women. Like keep your head down. Almost like this like Sigma male type idea of like, you know, keep your head down, like grind in silence and get your money up. I think that's
I feel that. Yeah, the red pill stuff got extreme, but so did the feminist movement.
I mean, that's what led to the red pill movement, I think.
Right. Yeah, they kind of balance each other out, right? They were both so extreme.
Well, I was talking about this with my girl the other day. It's like any girl who still identifies as a feminist in 2024, it's like y'all have all the legal same opportunities and rights as men, and maybe I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not like maybe there's some feminists out there who have like noble causes and are doing good things, but it seems like most of them these days, it's more about putting men down and kind of trying to establish women above men. And yeah, that's
agreed.
That's kind of a weird thing.
I was really upset with the soccer team, how they got equal pay. Did you see that?
No,
The women's soccer team got equal pay as the
the
men.
women's U.S. national soccer team.
Yeah, they advocated for equal pay. They went to court and everything, and they won.
I mean, I don't know the viewership numbers, but I imagine they don't have the same brand deals and the views on TV when the games are on, and
Not even
don't
close.
generate the same revenue. Because that's like the WNBA thing that always comes up. And
It's tough because,
yeah.
like, I want to support women's sports. Like, that's cool, but the WNBA loses money every year.
It's subsidized by the men's, right?
Yeah, it loses tens of millions.
Yeah. The men's league just supports it.
Yeah,
It's like if I had my main business and then I don't want to make it only gender based, but let's just say I have my main business. My wife, like, she's like, I just want to start a business, like, selling like hair scrunches, and like the business was losing money, but it's like I'll just keep like bankrolling it so she can do her thing. That's kind of what the NBA and WNBA is.
But it's been a while now. It's been like 20 years plus, so it's a little concerning.
I will say, Caitlin Clark, right? She seems to be trending now and have some like. People seem to like watching her and seem to like her, and I think that's a good. Like, I would love it if it could stand on its own 2 feet, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not against the WNBA doing good. And when I saw that, I was like, no, maybe they can put together some personalities people actually want to follow and actually want to watch, not because like, oh, I feel bad and I should watch WNBA, but like I actually want to. That'd be cool.
She has given them hope. I couldn't name one player before her.
I can't name one player aside from her before her. This is the only one I can name.
Facts.
But because ESPN just spams or clips on my Instagram feed too.
Yeah. Do you watch sports heavy?
I used to, man, back in the day.
Yeah, no time anymore, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a conscious decision at one point, like to just. It's like, well, how much of my brain power is being eaten up by knowing the stats of like every NFL and NBA player? Like, I took so much pride in it, man.
Yeah,
like, you'd name anyone in the NBA, I'd be like basically, this is what he's averaging per game. This is where he went to university. Like, this is what I think about. I was obsessed with the NBA.
I love NBA stats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to take a step back too.
Yeah.
I used to know all their points per game and like
what team? Because you grew up in New Jersey.
So yeah, I used to like the Nets when they were Jersey, but when they went to Brooklyn, I was like, screw that.
Like the old Jason Kidd Nets.
Yeah, those were the days.
Who was that? Rip Hamilton,
Richard Jefferson, Jefferson. I went on Richard's podcast. That was like a dream come true for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him and Channing
Rasheed Wallace. No, he wasn't. No, that was the Pistons.
They had Vince Carter, dude.
Vince Carter, yeah.
He was nasty. One of the best dunkers of all time, if not the
that
best.
elbow one, man. The one he's hanging in the elbow.
Oh my God. You hoop out here?
Man, ever since I moved from Boston, I'd always play these men's leagues, and I grew up playing AAU high school. I didn't play in college, but since we moved down to Austin, I haven't played as much.
Damn, we're gonna have to run next time. Yeah, I just won the Lifetime League in Vegas.
Let's hoop soon, man.
It's one of the best cities. So
I'd like to start hooping again. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, bro. You can throw me some lobs.
Oh yeah, you throw it down like that.
Yeah,
can you do the elbow?
I can't do that.
Okay,
I'm a 2-hand white person dunker.
That's better. That's better than I can do. Yeah. I will say, over quarantine, I challenged myself to dunk a basketball because I'd never been able to. And I got up to being able to dunk like a small ball, and then I jacked my knee up. And but my vertical was like increased. I bought a couple of these like vertical training programs. I was going out to the courts every day.
That's impressive.
And I went from just like tapping the rim with one hand to grabbing it with one hand to grabbing it with two hands to throwing down the small ball. And I was like, I knew I'm about to get there, but then I got some bad tendonitis in my right knee.
That's discipline though. You need some stem cells.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what I need. I need to get back out there.
It's hard to fix tendonitis, but I feel like that's the one few thing that might be able to.
Actually, I don't know.
I love ball, dude. That's my time to talk. That's my time to de-stress from work.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things.
You play at the Lifetime in Vegas?
Yeah, they got 2 leagues up there. There's probably some good leagues out here, right? In Austin.
If I find one, I'd love to join out.
Is there a Lifetime out here or no?
There's a downtown Lifetime, but there's not a gym in it. I mean, there's not a basketball court in it.
Oh, that's a shame.
But there's a huge Lifetime south of the city. It's not that far from me. I think they do a basketball court.
Make that trip, brother. I love it. What are you working on right now? What's like the main thing other than the videos?
So we have several brands we've built off of the audience. So we got Edge Lifestyles, a clothing brands that has done pretty well. That's grown over the past few years.
Really? Because clothing's hard, dude.
We started 2018. And it's grown year over year until this year. But this year, a lot of clothing brands on like D2C, like online, like e-commerce clothing brands are down in sales. So ours is not down as bad as other players in the game I know. But that was the first physical product I started. We do have a supplement brand right now that we're trying to scale up with a lot of paid ads. It's like a greens plus test is like the main supplement we have. It's like a daily greens powder with some like natural test boosters in there. And we're just trying to scale that with a bunch of paid ads, just build up like the customer base over time.
Nice.
Started a fitness app, Beastly app, and then I've done some men's coaching as well. So it's kind of a little ecosystem that we built around the. Yeah.
How are you able to scale to so many verticals? Like that's crazy.
I try and partner with different people who can help manage like the day-to-day of each one. So like the clothing brand, maybe I do more of that myself because that was the first one. Not myself, but me and my team, I guess. And then, but like the supplement brand, I partnered with a guy who owns a couple other big supplement brands for that.
Nice.
And
so just picking the right partners.
Yeah, exactly. Picking the right partners because otherwise it's impossible.
Yeah. That's where people mess up, I think. They try to do everything on their own.
Yeah, I mean, I've made that mistake many times.
Yeah, same. It's easy.
But then you get all anxious and then you don't trust other people and then everything starts to fall apart.
I hate that. Yeah. Because you try to like keep the equity. Yeah. But it's worth giving some to good partners.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you have like one thing and you really just want to stay focused on that one thing, then maybe you don't need to. But if you want to do multiple things, I think you gotta. It's like Mr. Beast. He's like one of the kings of this. I'm pretty sure with all of his businesses, he's not the main guy.
Yeah. He's done well with that. I think Feastables will probably have a huge exit. Same with Logan Paul with Prime.
Yeah, Prime is another good example.
Crushing it. Who would have thought, man, a drink?
Yeah.
Like when they first launched that, I'm not even gonna lie, I doubted it.
Yeah.
Like I saw the comments and I fell into it. People were hating on it, but now it's $1 billion company in a year. Yeah. Crazy.
$1 billion company?
Yeah, they did I think they're worth $2 billion already. They did $200-something million in revenue last year.
I mean, I see them in every store I go into, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't drink that. But shout out
I've never had a bottle yet. I see it, man.
Yeah, you're healthy. I bet you probably are all natural.
I don't know how healthy I am, but is Prime not healthy? I don't even know.
It's subjective. Like I don't drink fake sugars and stuff. So for me, I wouldn't consider it healthy, you know?
Okay. I eat really healthy like most of the day. I'll be honest, at night. Because I eat pretty like, I guess technically I do intermittent fasting, but I just don't eat much throughout the day because I'm just
locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I feel like if I have a heavy meal, I'm just really tired after and I can't focus. So I kind of just have like light meals with high protein throughout the day. And then at night, I'll eat a lot. I like my dessert. So I'm not going to say I have the healthiest. I'm healthy like 90% of my diet. The last 10% is like cookies and ice cream.
You got that sweet tooth. But your teeth are hella white. So you got to teach us how that's possible.
These are veneers.
Oh, so they were not white before that.
I mean, they weren't terrible, but they weren't this white.
Yeah. I'm on the fence about veneers. What was that decision for you like?
Well, I thought about it. I had a big gap. And then there was which I had mixed feelings about. It was what it was. It wasn't something I was like obsessed about. But then I went to a cosmetic dentist here because they reached out and like wanted to collab. And I went in and talked to them. And they also identified that my back teeth that were ground down a lot, like my back molars.
Oh, so you were grinding.
Yeah, and then there wasn't enough like space in the back of my mouth, so I think it was affecting my breathing and my sleeping. So the veneers work because cosmetic, but they also corrected my bite, and now there's more space in the back of my mouth, and that has helped as well. So it was like it was a dual decision. It wasn't 100% cosmetic.
Grinding is a sign of stress, though, right? So you must.
I don't know if it was that I was grinding or that my teeth were just naturally smaller in the back.
Oh, okay.
But I do. I mean, I do have like the mouthpiece now that prevents the grinding.
Yeah,
I guess.
Dude, I've been delaying my wisdom teeth extraction.
For
10 years.
I was going to say, how old are you, bro?
I'm 27. You probably got yours out in high school, right?
Something like that, man.
I don't want it.
You just don't want to do it?
Dude, I don't.
You just don't like dental work? Or?
It just scares me because mine are through the gum. There's a word for it.
Okay.
So it's like
it's a more complicated thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't, man, it's so long ago. I don't remember.
Plus, I don't like being knocked out, like the gas.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
I don't know. I should probably get over it, but...
I don't. What's the downside of keeping them in? I don't even know.
It affects my other teeth. They're growing in, and they grow until they touch. So now I have fangs.
Yeah, you should probably just get them taken out.
Yeah, I probably should stop being stubborn. I saw you interviewed Austin Dunham. That dude's on my feed every single day.
Yeah, he's funny because he's someone who mentioned to me he was trying to upload on Rumble but was getting no views. It popped into my head when we mentioned Rumble.
I got the guy there, so put me in touch with him because my guy puts the videos on the homepage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it gets 50K every video.
Can I get in touch with that guy too?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because I can just upload all my YouTube videos to Rumble, I imagine.
They're looking for big creators, and in exchange for bringing our users to their platform, they'll put our videos on the homepage.
Okay.
So it automatically gets 50K a video.
Yeah, I would 100%.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and then Austin, I can connect you with Austin as well. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's not in Miami. He's in Florida though.
That's a fair trade right there. Well, I'm going to where in Florida is he?
I'd have to look in a map. I don't know Florida. I know you got like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, but what's the one that, if this is Florida, Miami's over here. What's the one on the opposite side on the south?
Is that Orlando or Tampa?
He might be in Orlando.
There's a lot of major cities in Florida.
Yeah,
you're right.
he might be in Orlando because I know whenever I'm there, I hit him up and he's like, it's like a 2-hour drive. So sometimes he'll make the right drive over, sometimes not.
Do you think he's trolling? Because his comments are hilarious, dude.
What do you mean?
Like, he's just so serious with his advice, but like all the comments are like, this can't be legit. Like, there's no way he believes this. You know what I mean?
Can you think of one piece of his? Do you know like one specific thing he said? I'm curious.
I wish I could, honestly, but
I'll
have to show you. It's funny.
He could be trolling. He could be trolling. You'll have to ask him though.
Yeah, I wonder if he plays into it because he gives good advice.
Yeah,
and his delivery is, I think, what gets him viral because he's so confident with the delivery.
Yeah, he's very smooth. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I feel that. Who else? Did you interview Fresh and Fit too?
Yeah. I've been on their show a few times
because that's quite the audience. How did they react to you coming on there?
Well, I'm trying to think, because I went on there 2 or 3 times. They dug in a lot, like why I chose to get married and things like that, because that obviously fits into their content.
Oh yeah, but they're anti-marriage, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they're suspicious of it. You know, I think their main thing is like, well, you decided to get married? You weren't like was it a decision you made, or was it like, it was a lot of their thing? And I would also agree with it. Is I think a lot of guys do just, oh, it's a girl who's willing to marry me. Like, I guess I'll get married.
Yeah.
So their thing was more like, well, I mean, if you're coming at it from a place of, you know, having the decision to do it and doing it out of want rather than out of scarcity or pressure, that it's a different thing.
I see their argument from a statistical point of view.
Well, the divorce rate's quite high.
It's approaching 70% in major cities.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I like to say, and maybe this sounds like a cop-out, is not of course, but it doesn't surprise me that like an average marriage would end in divorce. But I try not to compare myself to average statistics, whether it's with fitness, money, marriage. I think if people are more intentional with their lives in general, but that includes like, okay, what's your relationship look like now? Because I know from friends, family, extended family, people I meet, most relationships, like I could probably ask you right now, if you think about 5 relationships of people you know near you, most of them probably aren't that healthy, even not knowing everything about it, just seeing it from an external perspective. Like, yeah, that's not like a great match. And a lot of those people get married anyway.
Facts.
So I think if guys are more intentional from the beginning, right, of like building yourself into someone who has a bit of leverage in a relationship. Obviously, if you're fit, if you take care of your looks, if you take care of your money, you are immediately have more value to a woman. And some people will be like, that's like shallow. She should just like me for me. But I mean, we like girls for different criteria as well, right? So if you optimize those criteria, which luckily in life, getting like in shape, improving your looks, and leveling up your money, even if marriage, women aside, it's still like a beneficial thing.
Yeah, helps so much. And I've seen it firsthand. I had no looks and no money in high school and college and got no girls. Yeah. And dude, I get messages daily now. It's crazy.
I'm sure. And I'm sure the rest of your life outside of your dating life is phenomenal too compared to then.
Yeah, my social circle, everything elevated from that.
Yeah, but now if you meet, well, do you have a girlfriend now?
Yeah, we're getting married next year.
Congratulations, man.
But even with that, I get messages daily. Just from having those things.
Yeah. You know but that's awesome. But like, you've built yourself into a guy, like it's not likely that your girl is going to cheat on you or leave you. She probably values you highly because you're someone who's like a catch, right?
Right.
And because of that, it's less likely the marriage is going to go down a dark path, assuming, again, like you chose her for the right criteria as well. Yeah.
I wonder if there is a correlation between getting cheated on and wealth level. You think there is?
Ooh, that's interesting.
That'd be interesting, right?
Yeah. Like the more finances a guy has, the hypothesis might be that the less he would be cheated on.
Because the more comfort they could provide the girl, right?
Yeah. The more comfort they could provide the girl, and the more the girl has to lose.
I'd be curious to see divorce rates by income brackets.
I know that from finance, some of the top reasons for divorce are, one of them is finances and money issues. I mean,
I see that a lot with my old friends. Yeah,
it makes sense. That's what causes like tension. That's why I don't know, you're at the wife or she's you because when you bought something, and
yeah, especially these days where everyone compares themselves because of social media.
Yeah,
like when I buy a house, like all my friends are buying houses now, and then like when you get married, all your friends are getting married. It's like everyone's just comparing themselves.
Yeah, well, I think probably a lot of guys get married too, just because all their friends are getting married.
Yeah, they almost feel pressure. Right?
Like, well, I'm with this girl and she's down to get married, so let's do it.
All my friends are having kids right now. I don't know if that's a coincidence or just I'm like mid-20s now. So
my wife's pregnant now.
Oh yeah, congrats.
Yeah,
first one.
First one. Yeah,
congrats, brother.
Thank you, man.
Big deal. I want kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta get married. Get married, and kids are right around the corner. Are you trying to like delay it a little
after
bit?
the marriage? Yeah, she's somewhat religious, so I'll respect that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking 30 anyways because I want to live it up for the next couple of years.
30 is good. So I'm 34. I'm at the age where like I think it's a good time to have kids. I don't want to. You can, as a man, look, you can push it, right? Our fertility doesn't really go away like a woman's, but I also don't want to be an older dad. Like I want to be able to like play and be physical with my kids even as they're getting older. Not like an old man. Like my kids are in high school and I'm like crippling around, man.
I've seen that. It's going to be an interesting time to raise kids, I think, for us.
Yeah, well, that's something we're starting to like. We've talking to my wife was talking to a neighbor who recently they moved their kids to a private school, and they were telling her like, hey, this private school they just made a change in their rules where kids are not able to be requested to be called by different pronouns. Like they're just referred to as their biological pronoun.
Wow.
And even if the kid requests it, the teachers can't acknowledge it. Not only can the teachers not bring it up, but they can't even like acknowledge that they have to be like, no, we're going to call you by your biological pronoun. And when they did this, the interesting thing is no one had a problem at all except like one or two teachers. And they ended up getting fired or leaving.
Wow.
But, like none of the parents had a problem with it. It was the teachers.
Shout out to Texas, man. That doesn't happen.
Well, it wasn't a public school. I mean, it was like a private school. So we'll see. So we were talking, it's like, well, likely, because it's right around the corner from our house too.
Yeah.
Unless things develop for the better over the next 10 years, likely that's probably where our kids would go, you know?
Private or homeschool, no other choice, unless you can't afford it.
Yeah, it's funny because growing up, I would have thought like homeschool, like, that's weird. That's weird, bro. Like all the homeschool kids are weird. But in this day and age, man, I think it would be private or homeschooled unless, I mean, we might see a counter reaction to everything that's been happening. I think it's gone a bit too far and more people are aware of that.
We'll see. But even the nice public schools, like I grew up in a pretty rich town in Jersey. I mean, the stuff they teach is useless. Yeah,
they don't teach any personal finance. So I recently saw this study because our schooling system is based on mainly memorization. And there's another learning style. Oh man, I wish I could pull this stat off my.
Is it in Asia or something?
It's a different style of education, but they were saying that of all the either CEOs or millionaires in the world, like it's a huge mismatch. So it's called Montessori schools, and I think like if you look at the biggest companies, I think it's Google, Amazon, Facebook. The top 5 U.S. corporations, 4 of the 5 founders went to these Montessori schools. I think they said the one that didn't sends his kids to this type of school, and it's more like it's more hands-on learning versus traditional learning. It's very just like memorization, like learn these facts, learn these historical facts, and like you have to repeat them back right on the test. But it's a different system of learning that seems to be a lot more organic. So it'd be interesting to, I don't know. I'd be interested to see in 10 years or for you in 15 years when our kids are like going to school, what the school systems are like.
Yeah. Well, right now it definitely doesn't work with multiple choice and SATs.
No, and then like, yeah, man, and autism rates and learning disability rates like through the roof. I don't know.
Dude, I just got a brain scan. I found out I have ADHD and autism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and now it's like multiplied. I remember when I was in school, like barely anyone had autism.
Yeah.
Now it's 1 in 4 or something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows what I want to get this gets taken down. I don't know if you get the next strike. But if you hear like RFK Jr. talk about it, for example, it seems like maybe there's some links to some of the things.
Yeah, let's not get a third strike and get my whole channel deleted. Have you ever gotten a strike?
I've gotten a lot of like videos age restricted or demonetized. I've never gotten a channel strike, luckily.
Props to you for 7 years and not getting a strike. In your space too?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Knock on wood, right?
Because all those, you're not red pill, but all those guys be getting strikes or deleted. Like Sneeko got fully banned.
You just talked to him, huh?
Yeah, he just came on. And I'm surprised that one didn't get striked because he's banned.
Yeah, and he does not hold back.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He does not hold back. I was a little worried with that one.
Yeah.
But dude, it's been cool. Anything else you want to promote or close off with?
No, it was good. It was good meeting you, man. Good talk. Excited to see if you get the Cuban interview, the Elon Musk interview.
Eventually, it's just a matter of when.
Anyone I can obviously Austin Denham, I'm happy to send the invite, but anyone else I can introduce you to, let me know.
We'll get you on Rumble, man. We got to film us hooping.
Oh, that'd be a good video.
Yeah, we'll make a little mixtape.
That'd be a good video, man. I'm down for that.
All right. Thanks for coming on, brother.
For sure.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you tomorrow.